So, you're a business owner, right? You wear all the hats in your business, including the marketing and creating content for social media. But do you really own all of your content? And can you honestly say that your entire audience sees what you post? Well, today I'm going to talk to you about home ownership for your content as well as your audience. Let's imagine that every social media platform is a landlord to an apartment building. You've probably witnessed the many slip-ups that Instagram and Facebook have made when it comes to privacy policies, shutting down for a whole day, unexpectedly losing followers, and making it harder for creators overall to just get their content out to their audiences. These are the issues that you, the tenant, are at risk of experiencing in your apartment building simply because your content just lives there. And at any moment, your landlord could raise the rent, meaning you need to spend more time on their platform, to change the payment method, meaning you have to use their new features, and follow their rules before they show your content to people. Number 3, they could give you a violation notice or flag/suspend your account for X amount of time. Number 4, when someone breaks in or hacks your account, they take forever to get your stolen items or your account back. And number 5, they can evict you, whether they have a good reason or not, i.e. shut your account down or ban you from the platform. As an entrepreneur, it's not safe for you to solely rely on social media platforms when it comes to your marketing strategy. You could lose all of your hard work in the blink of an eye and your whole audience would be gone. Just like that. So before TikTok possibly shuts down or Instagram glitches again, make sure you have these 3 things in order so your content marketing strategy is bulletproof to any future shutdowns. Okay, so number 1 is save all of your content on some sort of cloud service like Dropbox, as well as an external hard drive. As a photographer, I save several versions of my work in different locations, so I'm always prepared to grab old content and repurpose it. So yeah, number 1, back up your content. Number 2 is to have a permanent home for your content. I want you to think of your content as your assets and all of your belongings. And the house for your content is a website. I use WordPress for my Red October Firm website, and my business partner, who's a web designer, manages it. He also uses WordPress for our clients' websites as well, because Google favors and recognizes WordPress websites as more established and authentic compared to a Wix website or Squarespace. And as a business owner, you definitely want Google to favor you, because then they'll suggest your website to people searching on Google. When you host your websites on platforms like Wix or Squarespace, you're still paying a monthly subscription to rent space on their platform. And there are still limitations to what you can do on them. In real life, you don't want to live in an apartment forever, right? At some point, you want to stop renting and eventually own a house. The same standards should be applied to your content and website. Okay, so let's move on to number 3, which is have a home for your audience. As a business owner, you are a host, and your audience and customers are your guests. Let's say you're hosting your guests in an Airbnb or you're in an apartment instead. Because you occupy that space, there are limits and rules you have to follow in order to entertain your guests. Whether it's a time limit, not being able to play your music as loud as you want to, and even a capacity limit to the amount of people you can host. This sucks. You don't want this, because if you do break any of these rules, someone's gonna call the police to shut it all down, or you're going to have to pay more money to keep entertaining your guests in that space. This equates to you making content for your audience on social media platforms. But if you're hosting your guests at your own house and you have complete control over what you can do, you get to set the rules. You get to play your music as loud as you want and invite as many people as you want. Sounds good, right? How this translates to your audience is by having them join your email list. With an email list, you have complete control over how frequently you want to talk to them. You can have as many people as you want over, and you can wine and dine them by putting them through a nurture sequence of emails and sell them any products you want. And if someone decides to act wild or is completely unresponsive, guess what? You get to kick them out. The benefit of having an email list is you have total control over your connection with your audience. And if they're true fans of your content and business, they'll be happy to give you feedback, responses, and their money. This is what it means to have a home for your audience. This is owning your content.
say something.